So we are going to start from here, identifying landforms through contours. And we already know that what are the contours. Contours are the imaginary lines which are joining the places of equal heights, types of slopes. The rate of rise or fall of terrain feature is known as its slope. Terrain feature means the type of land. It is hill or a plateau or a plain. So this is known as a terrain. The rate of rise or fall of a terrain feature is known as its slope. This slope can be determined from the map by studying the contour lines. Closer the contour lines, the steeper the slope. On the other hand, the further apart the contour lines, the gentler the slope. I told you earlier that if the contour lines are placed very close, then the slope is steep. Like lines are very closed like this, then the slope here at this point, the slope is steep, and here where the contours are far apart, then here the slope is gentle. Okay, so distance between the contour lines describing its slope. Gentle slope when the degree or angle of slope of a feature is very low, the slope will be gentle. The contours representing this type of slope far apart, मतलब जो contour lines होती हैं बहुत दूर दूर होती हैं उसमें, और जहाँ पे steep slope होता है, where the slopes are steep, contours are placed very close, like in this figure. Just take a look of this figure here. Here, just take a look here. The contours are placed very close. So here the slope is steep, but here you can see that lines are far apart. Distance is greater between the contour lines. So here the slope is gentle. Identify terrain features through contours. Okay, means on the basis of contour lines, like here, uh, like contour lines are placed far apart. So this type of contour line show, and it is in the form of conical. The outer uh, line is greater, and gradually it is decreases as we uh, move towards the center. So it is representing a hill. But if here if we see that contour lines uh, in the middle is like a wide a flat surface, as we know that plateaus are uh, the top of the plateaus are flat. So it is showing plateau. These contour lines are showing plateau, and here in this point where the contours are placed very closed, it is showing the vertical height of the plateau. It is showing the height of the plateau, which is steep, almost vertical. So it is plateau, not not a conical hill. Okay, just correct this. It is not a conical hill, it is plateau. Now here it is showing, the lines are showing here lines are showing the ridges, and between these two tips there is a valley. The contour line diagram of this figure is here. The contour lines are showing over here. So it is almost like elliptical in shape. This shape is showing a type of ellipse, and here where the lines are closed, this is showing its valley, because it is the slope here in this place, at this place, is steep. The angle of slope is high at this point because the lines are closed, and these 2 points, this and this, are the two tips. These are the two tips, this one and this one. Gaps are low lying depression means where the place where between uh, two high points, which is depressed like valley or another thing. So depressed gaps are low-lying depression or valleys which are cut through a range of hills. Okay, in this figure, these contour lines are showing a hill, and these are also showing the another hill. At this point, this lines and this lines, and this point, this space between these two hills, it is a gap. Maybe it is a way of river or valley. Okay, it is a gap. And what are the saddle? Saddle a low point between two areas of higher ground. So this is a higher ground and this is a higher ground, and between these two higher grounds it is a uh, space. Okay, it is a uh, depression between these two highlands. So and this shape is forming a saddle. What is a call? In the same way, but call is on a high level and very low depressed. When a depression between two peaks narrow and at a higher level. Okay, so if we compare in saddle and in call, so depression is very narrow. Here depression is wide, means the gap between these two highlands are much wider here, but here is very narrow and it is at a high level, so it is a call. And what is a pass? Pass is a point between two hills or two high surfaces. So this is here. It is a pass, and through contour it is represented like this. It is a hill. It is another hill. Means it is high surface, and this is a pass between these two high surfaces. First, interpretation of cultural features from topographical map. What is the meaning of this? Interpretation of cultural features means in a topographical map of any place, how to represent cultural features. What are the cultural features? Features which are uh, like school, universities, hospitals, grounds, post office, railway tracks, roads, and few uh, and all this, how to represent all these features in a topographical set, and this is known as a cultural features. Settlements are towns and villages where basic infrastructure services like water, electricity, and roads are provided. However, in India there are several settlements without any of these services. Factors like security, availability of water, mining, industry, transport, climate, and relief affect the distribution and pattern of settlements. Settlements may be temporary, where people may live for a few months, or permanent, where people may be live or for generation. So, mostly two types of settlements: permanent or uh, temporary. So, there are various factors which affect the settlement. People like to settle where they have the facilities which support their life. If we as we in previous classes we studied in history that settlement started on the bank of various rivers like Mesopotamia civilization, yeah, Egyptian civilization. So those civilizations started on the bank of river, because the water is the basic necessity of life. Okay, so apart from water, there are various things which affects the settlement. Here on the topo map, all settlements are shown by symbols in red color. Okay, so all the settlements, mostly the man-made features, are represented by red color. The size of the symbol and size and style of letters used give an idea of the size of the settlement. Okay. In the case of large cities, major roads are marked and named. In the case of large cities or roads which are famous, or major roads which name are provided for these things. Uh, Deserted villages, cities, temporary occupied huts are also shown. Places of worship, forts, water towers, burial grounds, police station, post office, a dark bungalow, circuit houses, etc. are indicated by suitable symbols. For each and everything, there are particular symbols are used for representing in topo sheets. The settlements, types of settlements. First, we'll discuss dense settlements. Dense settlements means where the population is crowded areas or population is high. So, where people used to settle. So, dense settles are found at the places which are fertile plains and wide river valleys. I told you that people used to settle on the bank of the rivers where the civilization is started. So, fertile plains and wide river valleys, and the sparse settlements where people forests, deserts, mountains, slopes, plateau, and hilltops with poor vegetation. So here in these places, support system for life are not available in sufficient amount. So people do not like to settle in at these types of places. So it is a sparsely settlement means people, few peoples used to live over there, used to settle over there. Types of settlements. Linear settlements. Linear means the settlements where the buildings are constructed in lines. Okay, so linear means constructed in a line after next to a geographical feature like a lake shore, a river, or following a road. Where linear settlement follow a road, the road often predates the settlement. Means where buildings or houses are made on a lineway, like on the bank of rivers. In earlier days, people used to settle on the bank of the rivers. And here in nucleated settlements are ones where the houses are grouped closely together, often around a central feature like a church, pub, village green. New settlements that are planned often have a nucleated pattern. Nucleated pattern means uh, people used to settle or houses are built around a central place. Actually, it is also showing the community settlements where the community used to like to settle, and dispersed settlements where houses are built on a distant places on distance between the houses uh, much greater. Dispersed settlements are ones where houses are scattered over a wide area. Okay, and radial settlements. Such settlements are common in towns and villages where the dwelling is spread out in several directions from the central point, which is either around a water body or where many routes join together, like in this figure. So suppose maybe here it is a water body, water body, and here the other streams of water is going in a different direction. So people are settling over first over here, and also the on the side of these streets also there are houses built. So it is known as a radial settlements.